Denny's always outnumbered.
I'm just chilling.
Well, welcome everyone. I'm gonna pause that meeting just a second to talk to you about our lesson plan for today. So in my Wednesday, Thursday classes, which I'm no longer here on Wednesday and Thursday, but I've been doing the Chakra series. And it's been lining up with the Chakra series that Allison and I are doing on Awakening Soul Truth. So last week we discussed the solar plexus, or the third chakra, the upper part of the belly. This is where it rules digestion. It's our powerhouse center. It's the place where we muster up will and courage and confidence. And it's also a place where we tend to store other people or society's opinions or judgments about sort of things that we may do. This is a place where we can stuff our emotions. You know, think about when you're emotional or if you get stressed out, sometimes we either lean into comfort food or sometimes we just don't want to eat at all. You know, we tend to avoid it. This is a place of our ego, our personality, our character. But what I want to focus on today, instead of just as an overview of the third chakra, I want to focus on the sacred truth of this field, which is honor one's self. Honor oneself. And so if we were going through the yogic philosophy, the yamas and the yamas, we would see this is about how we're conducting ourselves in the world and also how we're treating ourselves and other people. It's like a moral ethical code. So I think honoring oneself really correlates back to that piece of yogic philosophy. But anyway, to kind of backtrack a little bit, because I haven't brought this up, I don't think, in the videos with me and Allison. The first chakra, one of the spiritual truths or sacred truths, is honor your elders, honor your mother and father, honor authority figures, right? And then the second chakra is about honoring each other. And I mentioned, I think on there, it's like the golden rule, honor and love your neighbor as yourself. So we're moving upstream to this place of our personal power and character. It's about honoring oneself. So that's what I want to focus on today, with us working into this center and with the sacred truth. That requires a little core work. It requires some twists, but back bending and forward folding is also good for this center. So we're going to be doing a little bit of blend of those things. Now, if you were to look down at your abdomen, your belly or heart would be, or this direction, is what I'm going to consider 12 o'clock, okay? Anything below the navel towards the pubic bone is what I'm going to consider 6 o'clock. Anything to the right side of that will be 3 o'clock, left side, 9 o'clock, okay? So we're going to work around the clock. Now you're going to be singing happy days. But let's lower down to our back, separate your feet, let the knees rest, and bring your hands onto your belly. And if this isn't comfortable for your low back or for your legs at all, you can take a different shape. Close the lids of your eyes. And start to focus on breathing in and out through your nose. When we are supine, when we are reclined this way, it's a little easier to tap into diaphragmatic breath.
Naturally, you may feel that belly rising and swelling on the inhale, falling back down and in on the exhale. When I first started yoga in my mid-20s, when I was told to breathe this way, I realized I was breathing the exact opposite. And when I finally mastered it on my back, then I completely lost it and went back into my habit when I would sit up or stand to do postures. So if you haven't mastered this breath already, start here and then eventually build up to sitting and standing. This type of breath work is great for digestion. It's a perfect way to de-stress, to calm our nerves, and to reconnect to our bodies. Now let's go ahead and take the hands down beside us. Roll the knees away from each other and slide the heels up underneath your knees. So on your next inhale, I want you to roll towards your sits bones or towards 6 o'clock. And then as you exhale, I want you to pull the navel in and up towards your heart. Feel your low back sink down into your mat, that zipping up action of your core to 12. And then we're just going to go back and forth between 12 and 6. So inhale, creating a little extra sway through the low back to 6, and exhale, drawing the navel in and up to 12. Okay, inhale, creating the curve through the low back, moving to 6. And exhale, zipping back up to 12. All right, this time when you roll to 6, we're going to take it across to 3 to the right. Draw it now up to 12 at the top, and then contract over to the left to 9. Then work around the clock to 6, to 3, to 12, to 9, and again, 6, 3, 12, and 9. Good, let's roll back to 6. Let's take it reverse. Take it to the left to 9, up to the top to 12, across to the right to 3, and then roll back to 6, to 9, to 12, to 3, to 6. One more around the clock to 9, to 12, to 3, and now to 6. All right, now lower the hands beside your hips and roll down to the outer shoulders and arms. Feel the center of your chest pop up. Your whole spine literally is almost away from the ground beside your neck. All right, pressurize the feet. Stand strong through the soles of the feet and lift your hips away from the ground. Come to Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Now really bury down the mound of the big toes, feel your knees narrow, and then shoot the knees towards the front side of the room and puff the chest towards your chin to a lot more space in the low back. Feel your hamstrings engage, your glutes engage, but then look towards your belly. Are you still breathing diaphragmatically? Is it rising on the inhale and deflating on the exhale? On your next exhale, go ahead and roll down one vertebra at a time. And then hug your knees in, but pick your head up and lift your nose towards your knee. Inhale, lay the feet down, the arms down, the head down. and lift to Setu Bandhasana bridge. But we're flowing. Exhale, rolling down to the low back and curling in like a cannonball. Inhale, arms beside you, feet down, and tuck and lift. Exhale, roll down and contract and curl in. All right, we're doing one more. Inhale, lifting to bridge. Exhale, lowering and hugging it. Now keep the knees drawn in, but lower your head to the floor. And expand your arms out shoulder height. Back your knees away from your chest so they're hovering right over the rim of the pelvis. And let your knees roll off to the left. Slowly. Let your feet land. Good. Inhale, grip in your belly. Fly the knees back up. And exhale, roll them across to the right. All right, we're going to spin back and forth. Inhale, grip in the belly. Draw the knees through center. Exhale, lower left. Inhale, draw the knees back up to face the ceiling. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, knees pass through center. Exhale to the left. Notice the sensation that feeds up your back. Inhale through center, exhale right. I promise the next round, we're gonna lounge in it for a few breaths. So inhale, pass through center. Exhale, send the knees over to the left side. Now let's rest here. Softening the belly. Even though you're winding into a twist, we're trying to unwind from life. Focus on the ripple effect of the breath as it travels from the right side waist up into the abdomen and into the right side of your chest. Always being in the question when you're on the mat, are you honoring oneself? Are you honoring and respecting your body? Are you honoring and respecting your choices? Let's inhale, allow the knees to lift back up. Exhale, send them over to the right. So honoring oneself here, you may need props stacked under the knees or in between your thighs. Maybe honoring oneself is limiting the turn in your neck, or allowing it to roll to one side. Because each of us are unique, these expressions should be unique. And affirming here as you hold, new life, new consciousness is flooding into my being. Now let's go ahead and draw the knees back through center. Lower the feet down to the floor. Lace your hands up behind the back of your head. And when you're ready, you're going to lift your right elbow up. You're going to cross it over the midline toward the side obliques. And then as you inhale, lower back to the floor. Exhale, now pick up your left elbow, cross it over your midline towards your right side. And then inhale, lower back down. Inhale, right arm lifts, crossing over. And release. And you're going to continue this alternating from one side to the other. Pause briefly at the top before laying yourself back down. Since we started, right elbow crossing over, we'll cross the left arm over next, and then release. Take your left ankle and hook it over your right thigh bone. Solidify your right foot to the floor, pick up your right arm, cross it over towards your left knee, and then slowly lower it back down. We're going to do that twice more. Inhale, right arm, staying on the same side. And release. Crossing right arm towards left knee. Good, and release. Now take your hands and grab a hold of the back of your right thigh. Taking this half pigeon or eye of the needle pose. So there's a lot of different muscle groups in the core of the body. We're giving them a moment to relax, breaking away from the core and focusing on the hips. Good, gently release your right foot back down and lower your left foot down. And then we'll cross the right ankle over that left knee, relace the hands up behind your head. And then we'll cross the left arm over towards the right knee. And then gently lower it back to the mat. Just twice more. After the third, pick up your left foot, lace your hands behind your left leg, and draw towards you. Even though I'm suggesting and drawing it towards you, you may or may not need that extra lift, the extra pull. So listen to your body and honor oneself. Good, now release. Uncross the right foot. Turn over to your left side. The left side, hook your arm up underneath your left ear and just acclimate there for a minute. I know we often roll to the right because it allots more space for the physical heart, but rolling this direction actually allots more space for the liver, which is one of the reasons why when you're pregnant, they say, lie on your left side. Push down through the right hand and gently come on up. All right, once you come up, cross one foot in front of the other. Stack your hands to your knees. And you're going to start to circle your torso around over your lap. Excuse me. Thank you. So we're going to start changing this up. This is what we're more used to, a straight back. But we're going to add in cow coming forward and cat stretch pulling back. Heart driving through the middle and the heart hiding away when you cross over your sits bones. So you're adding in this midsection. You're incorporating your mid back. Good. Come back up to the top. Swap the positioning of the feet.
And then take it in reverse. Start with the flat back. Go in the opposite direction that you did before. And then adding in the cat-cow. So back bends, forward folds are actually good for the center. And then any type of core work, whether it's contracting, whether it's expanding, and even that side oblique work. Come back to sit and open your palms on your lap. Focus on where you're feeling the pockets of sensation, hopefully more so in that band of the upper belly and the back region. And then open up the eyes. When you open up the eyes, bring your arms up like goddess arms. We're gonna twist, okay, I should mirror you. Twist left on the inhale, twist right on the exhale. And then speed up your breath. Speed up your pace. This can be cleansing and purifying to the lungs. So it is helpful for that fourth chakra. But the churning that we're experiencing is in the belly. Come back to center. Relax the hands down. Let your fingertips touch the mat alongside you, or the wood floor if your hands go wider. And then take your right arm and reach and sail it up alongside your ear. Curve over to that side. And I want you to think about this section here, this band in your lower ribs. And opening up those intercostals, the muscles in between. Inhale, let's bring it back up, and exhale, lower the hand, and then inhale, left arm reaches high, exhale, curve on over into your side stretch. Put the emphasis in that particular band today. Instead of just the waist or just the lung, where can you tap into it more? Breathe into that section. Strength and courage filling up our body cells. The inner strength and the courage stemming from the center. And then gently build back up. All right. We're gonna test it here. Crisscross the ankles the more habitual way. Pushing into the outer edges of the feet. There's a little trick to this. We lean forward and we try to come up using core strength, okay? So that's the trick. You lean forward, push through the feet, and then uncross the ankles.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, they say if you can do that, it's actually showing anti-aging qualities. And it's, you know, just another way, if you've fallen and can't get up, if you keep practicing that, that's one way you could potentially get up. I don't know, there was a whole BBC thing about it, and I was like, that's yoga, what? All right, feet lined up side by side. Bring your hands to prayer position at your hearts. We did some side oblique work. We've done some core contraction. I want to bring in this expansion of Uddiyana Bandha. So inhale, lift your arms up overhead. And occasionally I bring your attention to this, but I want you to feel that upper band of the belly, the tightening up, the lengthening.
This is core work too. And it naturally comes into play when we're rooting the feet and shining the fingertips skyward. Now the trick is you want to try to keep that even though you bring your hands down back to your heart. It's hard to maintain it, isn't it? But this is also what's called inner body bright with Anusara yoga. It's not really around anymore. They call it alignment yoga now. So inhale, bring the arms back up. Feel that inner body bright. This is the indwelling place of the sun. So get lit here in your solar plexus. And then as you exhale, swan dive down. Try to keep that expansive belly even as you fold. But eventually, once you bow your head, it's going to let go somewhat. Did you feel it let go? All right, inhale. Slide your hands up your leg bones. Reach out through the vertebrae. See if you can bring it back in now that we're extending the spine. It takes a little bit more effort. And then exhale, slide your hands down, drop back in. Inhale, bring the arms all the way back up overhead. Feel that Uddiyana Bandha, that zipping up action of your core, as if you're putting on a tight pair of jeans, and try to maintain it as you lower your hands down to your heart. All right, inhale, let the arms circle wide and overhead. Feel that Uddiyana Bandha at your core. Exhale, fly the hands apart, dive down, Uttanasana. Inhale, slide your hands up, bring it back into play. And then exhale, fold back down and in, and it can loosen up at that point. All right, on your next inhalation, we're gonna step the left foot back. We're in this lunge, front knee is aligned over the ankle. And then we're gonna step the right foot back. However, we're gonna keep the right foot flying up and pushing towards the back wall. So this is called flying plank. This requires some core work. Shoulders over hands, heart shining out. Good, now lower the right foot, back your hips up, downward facing dog. From Adho Mukha Svanasana, push through your palms, stretch long through your spine. Bend the knees if you need to open up your belly. Let's all take a cleansing breath, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. All right, inhale, we're stepping the left foot forward and up between the hands. Bring your hand to your calf, help to step it through if it doesn't want to automatically go. Knee aligned over the ankle, you're lunging into that front knee, stretching through your back thigh. And then we're going to step back to flying plank. You're pushing the ground away from you with your hands. Your left foot's flying up, reaching towards the back wall. Take one additional breath. Exhale, land the foot and power back, downward facing dog. Now from downward facing dog, if you cannot be on your knees for any reason, you're going to come to your abdomen. And when we're doing cat-cow, you're going to do baby cobras. All right, so everyone that can come down to the knees, join me on hands and knees. And notice your hands are farther away than your shoulders. So track them back, line them up. And then inhale, let's open to cow. Sinking the belly, lifting up to your chin. And exhale, hollow out the belly, push up to your shoulder blades. And bow your head. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cow. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Doing one more.
Pausing in tabletop if you can be on hands and knees. If you can't be on hands and knees, you're coming down to a prone position, spreading your arms out, lowering to your left cheek and sliding your right knee up in line with your hip like this. Okay, everyone else is gonna join me for more in tabletop. Right leg shoots back and up. Lift the crown of your head up so you have the cow tilt for me. And then exhale, nose towards knee. Inhale, extend it back, lift your head up. And then exhale, curl in. One more, inhale. And exhale. Descend to table. Those of you needing to be on your belly, you're gonna swap sides. Flipping to your right cheek, sliding your left knee up, hanging out there. And then from tabletop, we're gonna take the left leg back. Head up, exhale, curl in. Twice more. Last one. All right, those on the belly, you're gonna slide your left leg back, your left arm to your left side, and you're gonna flip the right foot over behind your left leg for broken wing. Everyone that can be in tabletop, you're flipping your left palm open. You're gonna thread it under the right arm, lower to your left ear, and take thread the needle pose. So everyone at this point should be getting a twist. Take a few deep breaths while you're here. Bringing out toxins and impurities. Bringing out tension. And remember, we're purging and releasing anyone else's opinions or judgments about us. And then unthread that arm. From tabletop, you'll just take it the other direction. Right hand flips. Thread it under, lower down. And if you're on the floor, unwind from the twist, send your right arm out and step your left foot to the opposite side of your right leg. Choose the twist that's better for you so that you're honoring yourself. Honoring and catering to your body's needs. Good, when you're ready, let's unwind from the twist. We're gonna make our way back to downward facing dog. In table, we need to step the hands forward again, curl the toes. Launch back up to downward facing dog. Let your head hang between the arms. And then let's go ahead and casually walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. Once they line up, shine your sits bones skyward, straighten out your leg bones, and lower the upper body. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, we're closing out the sun sal by folding in. Inhale, building the arms up overhead. All right, now, instead of having your legs so locked into place, keep your arms up and have your knees soft. We're gonna twist to the right, separate your arms wide, reach through the fingertips. Good, inhale, bring the arms through center, look forward. Exhale, twist and rotate to your left. Continue, inhale up. Exhale, spin right. Good, inhale, face the front. Exhale to the left. We're gonna do one more to each side. This time, hands to prayer, bend the knees and drive your hips back so that you can see your toes. Okay, notice here, you're probably not having a lot of core engagement yet. But remember, the arms flying up helps to automatically engage it. The problem is the extension of the legs usually helps as well. So notice the difference when you send the arms up alongside your ears. We got some core engagement, but you need to put in a little bit more effort. So draw that navel in and up towards your heart. Think core work here in chair. Good. Now relax your arms down, but flex your right wrist. Inhale, circle that right arm up. Follow your gaze with your hand. Swoop it down and inhale back up. Backstroke the arm, swoop it down and inhale to the top. Match it up with your breath. Last one. Left side. The inhale takes it up and back. And the exhale brings it down and around. Last one. Okay, now look down at your feet. Close the feet together. Bring your hands to prayer position at your heart. Sit down a little deeper. Twist to the right. See if your elbow can hook, perhaps, to the outside of your right thigh. It's okay if it can't, it can hover. Good, inhale past your center. Exhale, sit down and back a little deeper. Twist the opposite way. Breathe while you're here. And then inhale, come back up. Relieve your legs. At least for a moment. All right, separate your feet wide. You can even go wider than your mat if you want. Turn your heels in, toes out. Bend the knees. But then widen your thighs. Okay, once you're here, I'm going to turn this way so I don't confuse them on the screen. Your left hand is going to cross over to the right knee. Now keep that arm pretty straight because your heart and crown is still reaching this front door. Then the right arm circles around behind your back. And you can gaze towards the windows. It's a lot for the quads. Keep the knees splayed to work into the hips. We're twisting through that core. Okay, we're going to reverse that. So let your right hand cross over to your left knee. Thread that left arm behind the back. You're leaning forward. Torso in between your thighs, facing the left side of the room. Good, breathe. And then slowly unwrap and come up. Okay, feet back together. I know, shake it out. We built some heat up in there. So we're stoking that inner fire here. Right foot steps back. All right, when the right foot steps back, lunge the front knee. Okay. So right now I'm not engaging my core at all, and you may not be either. That's okay for now. Let's solidify the feet. Check that lunge in the front knee, square the hips. And now take the arms up, and hopefully you'll start to notice the engagement in your core again. So it's spreading open. All right, from here, exhale, we're gonna hang the arms back. Couple deep breaths here. Inhale, lift the arms, come back to warrior one. Good, exhale, lower the hands down, and you're gonna spin your back foot and straighten out the left leg. You want, look at the distance between your feet. You want at least 3 ruler distance between your feet if possible. All right, take your arms back out. Launch out over the left leg. Windmill down, triangle pose. So I want you to think about keeping the openness in your belly, even though we're in a different shape. Now take that top arm over the side of the ear. Good, inhale, draw it up. Lower the right hand, elevate the left hand, and maybe gaze up underneath that left arm. And then release that left hand. Look to the front of the room, bend that standing knee in front, and then step up. We'll do that same sequence down to the other side. Left foot's gonna step back. Lunge that front knee. Your hands can be on your hips at first, creating a stance for warrior one. And then now lift the arms and let's bring in that Uddiyana Bandha, that zipping upward action in the core. Feel the difference there. And then exhale, hang back. Breathe here. Inhale, arms fly up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Shimmy that left foot back. Align it so it's more parallel to the short edge side. Straighten the front leg. Open up the arms again. Lengthen over the right side. Windmill down to triangle. Nice open abdomen. And then take that top arm across the ear. Trikonasana. Take the left arm back up. Lower it down as you elevate your right hand skyward, looking up towards the ceiling panel. Good, when you're ready, lunge that front knee. We're bringing the hands down long enough to find our way gently back to the floor. However that translates to you so that you're honoring yourself. Okay, your legs are gonna move out in front. I'm gonna bend the right knee and turn open from the hips. Drop down to your seat. Flex out your left ankle. Splay the toes on that front foot. Draw up through your navel, up through your heart. And then elevate your arms to give a little extra assistance. And go ahead and spin to your right without moving your seat. Right hand to the floor behind you, left hand to the bent knee. And then continue to wind your way up your spine. Maybe even turning from your neck. Taking that spinal twist. Exhale, unwind. Lift the right knee, slide it out. Bend your left knee, then turn open from the hip. Ground down through your seat, push down through your right thigh, push out through your right heel. Play open through the toes. Take the arms up. Keep your core some assistance. And then spin to your left hand behind you, right hand to the bent knee. If you went the other way before, that's okay. That's all right. Notice if that front foot's wanting to turn out. Stay centered on your right heel. Knee pointed upward. Breath continuously flowing. And then exhale and long. So for Trish, you're gonna do this with your bolster. Everyone else, I want us to do child's pose as our final version today. So if you can sit on your heels with your knees more together, this is the more traditional form. We're gonna suction the belly in, round over the lap, hands fall by the wayside, and you're resting on your brow. And we tend to forget that child's pose is also an inversion. We don't have to flip completely upside down. Breathe into your back body. Breathe into this mid-back area, this band, this strip behind your core. So honoring our body, honoring ourselves, also means honoring our emotions. A healthy third chakra gives us a sense of personal power, confidence, ambition, the ability to handle stress, the ability to take appropriate action, the courage to take risks, and it rules our magnetism. Take one more deep breath here. We're slowly gonna back our way up. And we're gonna find a comfortable seat. Now I'm gonna sit on a bolster. Some people like sitting on blocks. But some people are folded like this. Maybe you wanna stay on your heels. Doesn't really matter as long as you're comfortable and honoring your knees. And sometimes the knees don't want to do this, right? Sometimes it's like one leg straight, two legs straight. Okay, feather is still, that's so funny. It's not going anywhere. We're gonna take the hands, we're gonna start at the head. We're gonna breathe to the heart, and then we're gonna breathe down into the belly. When we're at the belly, I'm gonna say things that I want you to state verbally. And when I say, I am Robbie, you're not gonna say Robbie. You know, you're gonna say, I am Heather, I am Christy, I am Sharon, you know, you're gonna say your name, obviously. Okay, so let's start off at the head. Hands just lightly resting here. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. Hands to the heart. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Hands to the belly. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. You're going to say it out loud. I am Robbie.
Now say out loud, I love my body. I love my body. I honor and respect my body. I honor and respect my body. I love myself. I love myself. I honor and respect myself. I honor and respect myself. I honor and respect my emotions. I honor and respect my emotions. And I now release any opinions and judgments concerning me. I release any opinions and judgments concerning me. I purge to emerge. I purge to emerge. Then relax your hands down to your lap, your palms turned open. Purging anyone else's beliefs, opinions, and judgment about you. Purging any falsehoods or demeaning thoughts or feelings you have about yourself, so that you can fully emerge into the unique and beautiful expression that you are. Open up your eyes. Have you ever tried to look into the mirror and look at yourself in the eyes and say, I love you?
Yeah.
It's so hard. It's hard. But that's your homework for tonight. Okay? We're moving into Valentine's Day. I want you to love on yourself. And I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and look at your eyes, the windows to the soul, and actually say to yourself, I love you. I honor you. I respect you. See how it feels. Okay? All right, we're going to come down to our backs. If you want to plug a block up underneath the bolster to create that type of lift to go underneath your knees for a little extra back support, you can. If you prefer something else, then honor what you're feeling and where you want to go. Take time to settle in. Allow your body to be still. I'm talking about honoring oneself. Now here in Shavasana, I want you to honor this sacred pause. Feeling the earth, the props supporting you. And from feeling that support, allowing yourself to relax. Softening the face, the shoulders, and specifically the abdomen, where we have a lot of our focus today. As you continue to let go, allow your attention to drop in a little deeper. Notice how the breath becomes more like a vapor. Stay here. Stay connected. Stay within. Noticing any and all thought forms, any and all sensations. Honoring what may be showing up for you. deep sips of breath. Placing your hands back to your belly, this time just affirming this quietly as I say it out loud. I am, stating your name. I love my body. I honor and respect my body. I love myself. I honor and respect myself. I honor my choices and decisions in life. I release any and all opinions or judgments about me away. I release anyone else's energy out of my body. I recall any scattered pieces of myself to come home to me now. Take a deep breath in, stretch your arms overhead. And as you exhale, hug your knees into yourself. Sway gently across your back. Turn over to one side. Come up to take a seat. Bring your hands to prayer position. Instead of ending our class with Om, we're going to chant the sound or mantra for this particular center, and it's Ram. And we're going to chant it just like we would Om, except it's Ram. Let's breathe in, circle the arms overhead. Shanti, shanti, shanti. We're working on the third chakra, chanting that Ram, Ram, Ram is helpful. And if you forget, like, what was that? Think about a ram and how they hit each other with their horns, and how life sometimes can hit us in our core that takes us down. So ram, ram.
In martial arts, someone plexus is a big target area.
Yeah, yeah.
Immediately.
And you want to be strong